Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and this is our 4th episode in the series of the Injustice 2 Superman Weekly Battle Showcase. And we've noticed that our views have been going down a little bit with each video, so we decided to spice things up a bit.
A little bit of guest star power.
Yeah, with Red Sun, Green Lantern. So it is a different team overall, with a lot of the same principles, and we will actually be able to talk about how the small changes in team makeup, even though it's a character that we're not actually planning on using significantly, does actually change the way that the team plays, and a little bit more of a discussion on team building.
Nice. Actually, I don't usually see that happening, where
you knocked him out. It
triggered his
revive
before his cellular regeneration. I don't know if I'm not paying attention or that just doesn't happen that much. Perfect. All right. So you notice that I was blocking every time and not engaging his passive because I want the real danger is when somebody drops and does a special on you unexpectedly. If you can block it, my preference is actually to block it, even though I do take damage, and there's a chance of taking damage over time.
Yeah.
So let's look at this.
That's actually really interesting. That's potentially a pretty good strategy if you want to burn a reverse flash.
The difficulty is, when you block too much, then you're taking damage, and when you've got an unbalanced team like this where he's doing all the damage, so as before, he's fully augmented. You can't see it here, fully augmented damage and health. You can see it on the other screen, actually. Here, you can see he's got 62,000 health, or damage and 131,000 health.
Yeah.
He's max augmented everywhere, crit chance, crit damage. He's got basic damage boosters.
All across the board.
Across the board, one with crit chance boost, one with chance of stun on special one,
and one with healing on special one.
Right, because if he's going to be self-sufficient, he needs to... That's really the only way you can make sure that even when you make a mistake, you still have a chance. So not augmented at all. And this is the interesting part. So, Superman, Red Sun Superman, is the guy that would give you the damage boost. So what you're doing is you're giving up damage boost. The 50% only actually translates to, in real play after all the augmentations, about 4,000, 3,000,
yeah.
4,000 damage each hit, which is not insignificant. But this gives you a strategy against somebody like Lucifer Bane dropping in, stunning you, and it makes them, the Red Sun teammates who are usually just fodder, better tanks for
specific strategies, like
surviving. Yeah, but also if they need to absorb a little bit of damage while you're waiting for Injustice 2 Superman to swap out and come back in with his shield again, they have a better chance of surviving, because the power of his shield really depends on him having teammates so that he can recharge it every time.
Dang, we should have looked at their gears, because if Reverse Flash has that on again, the Fourth World set, so he revives, it would be very interesting to see, because of the way cellular regeneration works. It actually might be possible. Again, I'm totally not sure. This is just me thinking out loud. But it might actually be possible for you to cellular regeneration to your advantage. And if he's going to revive, kill him with a special at that last little bit of health and make him cellular regenerate back to less health than he was at after the revive.
And you might notice a couple times I just do a special one even when I know it's not going to have an effect. And I do that because I need the health. That's the benefit of having this. Oh, that kind of sucked. Alright, let's give me back a little bit of health. So definitely harder playing with this team than with the Superman, right?
Yeah.
With the Red Sun Superman. So let's use up his cellular regenerations. Oh, I think we have.
Well, the other one was actually blocked, so that might be it.
Perfect. Not a lot of forgiveness here. Yeah, the problem really is this loadout that he's got. He's got clear all the fourth world gear on Injustice 2 Superman. And what that makes him the most annoying that he's ever going to be. Alright, the good thing is he's got... Oh, too bad.
1 cellular regeneration left.
Perfect.
Nice.
He's in.
Easy burn.
That was a mistake. I should have brought in Injustice 2 Superman because I need that warm body.
On the bright side, Flash is out of cellular regenerations, but I guess he also wouldn't have been able to use it. There we go. This is a much closer fight than we would have seen with the other layout.
I mean, it's not a bad team. Clearly, there's an advantage, right? Like the Red Sun guys lasted way longer than they should have.
There we go. He's out.
Actually, what I could have done was the super. Has he been knocked out yet, or does he have a?
He hasn't been knocked out yet. Yeah.
Yeah. So he had his revive already, and that probably would have been faster. My gut instinct when I'm doing that is I want to heal him as much as I can, so he's going to survive a little bit longer. Especially since there's no Regime Killer Frost to nerf his
Health.
His health regen. Yeah. Healing.
Yeah. And actually, that does bring up an interesting point. Killer Frost might actually be useful now that the landscape, there is actually a lot more healing, especially with gear like the Fourth World gear.
Yeah.
There is a lot of teams that are now based a lot around health and healing.
The good thing is, though, I mean, the biggest sort of vulnerabilities we've got, say, against Raven, we don't actually face her a lot because Injustice 2 Superman is maxed out.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, somebody else has got to take this. Although Injustice 2 Superman is the one most likely to be able to survive.
He's the one least likely to be partially expendable, even to take a lot of the damage and not die. Yeah. But I wonder actually against teams like that where we really do struggle because of all the healing that they have, would Killer Frost actually be more helpful than a character like Red Sun Green Lantern, or almost definitely not better than Red Sun Wonder Woman, but
alright, so clearly he's not going to take crit damage. So he's going to be, the Arkham Knight Batman's going to be a bit of a challenge. Come on, do your special on me. Yeah, that's it.
nice.
Yeah, really, what I like about this is that you really have to pay attention and have to manage your resources properly, because if you don't, definitely screwed. Alright, so this will be hard to lose. Oops, spoke too soon. I thought I'd be able to tag out, and if I
He's
tag
doing
out,
a lot of healing.
and he's going to do a lot more healing again. Oh, did I get that in time? Is it going to do enough damage?
Nice. I always love that.
Yeah, if I'd let him heal a little bit more, I think he would have,
Yeah, when you're just riding the healing wave,
yeah.
and you're dealing damage at almost the same speed, and you're getting him down to almost 0,
Yep.
and then you just barely knock him out.
Yeah.
That is really a game of timing at that point.
Oh, actually, alright, Arkham Knight Catwoman, very good thing to keep in mind. She is a person not to block her specials, because you can't rinse off the damage over time. Oh, somebody made a mistake, and changed, is playing, and triggered the gear to be removed on multiplayer online. Okay, so, yeah, can't let her, no matter what situation, if you're going to save his shield, save for Arkham Knight Catwoman,
Yeah.
and then tag out as soon as she's taken. The good thing is no League of Assassin gear set, so we don't have to worry about the power drain and the big boost.
Yeah, so this fight is probably going to be a little easier than it would have been if they're not actively playing, or at least have played in a way to kind of bastardize their own
Stun, stun, please stun. Oh no.
gear.
Oh, so I didn't have to worry. But really the key, I was reminding myself, the whole time I was playing, I was reminding myself, don't block. Don't block her.
Yeah, because if you block and then take that damage over time, that's actually a lot worse. That's actually probably the most dangerous special that you would be hit with.
Okay. Yeah, definitely when you play this kind of team, you have to really know what you've got and have in mind how you're going to play it and what you're going to do in a situation. Sometimes the stuff happens too fast, and that's, for me at least, that's where I make most of my mistakes, where my gut reaction is to do something a certain way. I mean, I think I've said this before. My ability to play like computer games is crap because using the interface is well, it takes so long to get actually good at it. So this is sort of my wheelhouse, like a mobile game where it's really just swipe and tap, and a lot of it is just thinking it through in strategies, right?
Yeah, and I'm a lot more the other way. I prefer a game where there actually is a lot of complexity of controls, or I wouldn't say a lot of. I'd say definitely a lot more than this, but there is a certain degree of complexity of controls where the complexity of controls actually is a lot of the place where the skill can come from, and just using those controls.
Deadshot blocks a lot, which I hate.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Do you think that the different characters actually have slightly different AIs?
Yes. I think absolutely, 100%. Absolutely.
Oh, that sucks. Because you get so much healing from that. Every time he gets the power gain back, he gets essentially all the healing, a little bit of the damage, right? And he gets the ability to do it again very soon after, which he is probably want to do.
Alright, so who's going to be your sacrifice? I believe it will be Green Lantern. Unless he can get enough damage in. Oh, no. But still a pretty good team. I mean, it almost feels like the first few fights were harder.
Yeah.
Because there's a greater variety of team comps that we're going to potentially face.
Yeah, and a greater degree of unpredictability.
Or just, and even just like a problem kind of team where something happens that we don't expect. I gotta tell you, my personal nemesis, I guess, is Aquaman. Not because he's that great, but because the timing on his attacks are so hard and he's so fast. Like, he starts his attack, his combo, way faster than I can. And I can't really juggle him properly, except with somebody other than Injustice to Superman. So not bad. We've actually gotten to the point where we need a recharge.
Which is always a good sign.
So we'll use our trick to not waste your time and have to watch the ad. We're back.
Though, if you do have the time to watch the ad, it does actually throw a little bit of money in the developer.
Doesn't it still give it to them even if you don't watch it? Like, the
I'm
fact
not
that you
sure.
triggered it, it still does it, right?
I'm not entirely sure. It depends. I don't actually know how the system works. I know watching the ad will definitely give them a little bit of money.
That's true.
I don't know if pretending to watch it will or not. But we won't make you sit through the ads.
Yeah.
That's actually at YouTube Space Toronto. Somebody asked about sponsored videos, and that's actually one of the things that you're not allowed to do.
What?
Is embed a video ad into your video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Like, if it's your original content, what they said is, like, for example, if you're getting sponsored by, like, a car company, you can talk about the car all you want, but they can't send you their newest TV ad and say, just put this in it somewhere. So, I think technically, even though we wouldn't be getting anything for it, that would actually be potentially violating YouTube's terms of service for that video.
That is interesting. That did not occur to me.
Probably because that was not information that you actually had, but... So that's a little bit of a gray zone. We don't actually know, but That is something to note. And if you see anybody else doing it...
How much damage was that? That was that one of the crits? Like 184? Sometimes he'll crit on his last hit on a special 2, 184,000.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might have been 500. It went totally too fast for me to see. Yeah, no, I mean, I can't wait to actually see that that YouTube Q&A with the guy from Google in California. That's kind of cool.
It is just hard to find the time.
Oh, I keep on forgetting to check her out. So, League of Assassins. So, swapping out won't be good until she's knocked out. Nothing particularly interesting there. Fourth row gear. Yeah, he's Deathstroke. Not Deathstroke. Deadshot is probably the most interesting because he blocks so much. He can be so annoying. And with all that healing on Special 1, because his stats are good, he's even without geared to do damage, he can win a war of attrition just by waiting you out.
Yeah, I heard that Will Smith was good in that role. Or as somebody has called him, Box Office Billy.
Box Office, oh, okay.
Whenever Will Smith is in a movie. I don't know if this is actually something that the person says on a regular basis or was just a one-off. And if you know who said that and where, I'm not sure what it would be, but I'd have to find some sort of game to give to you, if you could say it in the comments. First person, obviously, but... And I'm mostly saying that because I'm confident that people won't know, and that there's just too much media that exists for people to be able to find it, right?
You think so? I think what changed with Google wasn't so much that the content changed, but it was the access to, the ability to sort through. See, that was a screw up because I was trying to tag out Wonder Woman, and it wouldn't let me.
Well, I'll give them this much. It's a podcast that does some discussion of current events, but isn't actually about current events. And it's not actually about Will Smith or Suicide Squad enough for people to be able to figure out just by looking it up.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, that was a difficult... Remember when we had our contest?
Yeah.
We wanted to have a question that was hard to figure out. It's so hard because if you want something that people can actually know, then those people could find it just by searching.
Yeah. So you want something kind of in between there, where it's possible to find it based off of the question.
Yeah.
And based off of the context that we give you, but it's not really easy to find it just by looking it up somehow.
Alright, so thank you to our guest star, the guest appearance by Green Sun,
Red Lantern?
Red Sun, Green Lantern.
Green Red Sun Lantern.
Definitely interesting, definitely useful, not augmented at all, makes up a great sidekick for Injustice 2 Superman.
Yeah. So, that was the video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Komoda.